Hello, everybody. Good morning this Friday morning. It's an amazing opportunity to be here once again. My name is Dr. Ayodele-Bamisaiye of Dexteritas Professional Corporation. And I'm here this morning just to have my regular conversation about taxes and finances and money and building wealth and growing personal development. It's all a journey, right? Yesterday was the second edition of Founders Lounge from Startup Court. That was a beautiful one at the ATB Entrepreneurship Center. A shout out to ATB Financial for supporting us and making that space available. Bontu, Al, Kemi, Paige, the entire team that was there to support us yesterday. Thank you very much for that. We had an amazing time. I want to thank the panelists at the event, Zulfira, Bukola, Daniela, and Wumi for being such amazing panelists. They had lots to share. It's been a great week so far, and it's Friday, so the week's wrapping up, right? The week is wrapping up. We're almost done. But guess what? We're still in the heat of tax season. So this is like week 3, week 4. I'm not counting anymore. I just know that we're getting through it. To everyone who's used our services for personal tax filing, thank you very much. We're grateful for the opportunity. And to everyone who's still wondering how to get their personal taxes filed, if you earn less than $50,000 of family income, you can send an email to operations@thefei.ca or check out the website of the Financial Empowerment Initiative. That's thefei.ca, and use their services. They will file your tax returns for you for free. However, if you're not of the modest income persuasion, Dexteritas Professional Corporation is here to support you. Just go to taxfiling.dexteritas.ca and we'll get you started right there to get those tax returns filed. Hey, Lifted, how you doing this morning? Thanks for checking in. Really appreciate you showing up to join us. So my name is Dotun. We are here on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on Instagram doing this. And today I'm going to be talking about 3 common errors that people make when they're thinking about taxes or when they're filing their taxes. The essence of this is to help you backtrack in case you have started to make those mistakes already. That's why we are doing this morning. So we're looking at 3 simple things that you can do differently, but these are 3 very common errors that I see very often, right? That's what I'm talking about this morning. So I'm not going to take any more time. We're diving right into it. The first of these errors, I see it way too often, and I see it with people who really can't afford to make this particular error. You know, when you have more than one job, right? Yeah, you know yourselves. You earn more. You have more than one T4 slip, right? And those T4 slips are not exactly skinny mini. You know, they're not $5,000, $10,000. You have like 3 of them, and they are 30, 30, 30. Or you have 2 of them, and they are 25 and 30, right? Or if you happen to be in that class, they're 105 and 108, and they are both T4 slips. That is an error if you have not made a plan to pay back the additional taxes. And that's simply because you have earned income that has taken you from one tax bracket to another tax bracket, leading to a disproportionate increase in your tax bill, right? So when you have that kind of situation, you definitely want to put yourself in a position where you are not paying back. And that means you're either setting some money aside or you are doing some planning to ensure that you do not find yourself having to come out of pocket for taxes. I think I've done something wrong here. Okay, so that's number 1 on my list. Now, number 2 on my list, as far as pitfalls are concerned, right, is a very common one: overlooking deductions and credits. Deductions and credits are factors that impact your everyday life, which have a tax consequence. For example, if you're married or you're single, there could be, not there is, there could be a tax consequence to that situation. If you have a child, 1 or 2 or 3 could have a tax implication. If you have a child who has a special need, that could have a tax implication. If you have a spouse or any other dependent that has a special need, definitely has a tax consequence. If you have special needs, i.e., you're legally blind, you're physically challenged, mobility issues, those have tax implications. You've gone to school, you've contributed to your RRSPs, or you've not, those all have tax implications. So if you are not aware of the tax implications of the things happening in your life, you are not making the claims for the relevant credits or deductions, you are leaving money on the table. Now, as a professional, that's not where I start. I start way higher up in the calculation, but we still want to ensure that you are taking all the relevant deductions. And that's why we've created our Dexteritas T1 checklist, which we send to all of our clients. And this helps you to be able to identify all the relevant tax impacting occurrences in your life, secure the documentation, and provide them to us when we are filing your taxes. So that's how we catch that. Hey, AJ, how you doing? Thanks for checking in. It's great to have you here joining us on Instagram. Yeah, thank you very much. Now, number 3, and this is the biggest one. This is the one that costs everybody money. Everyone pays for this one. Guess what it is? Planning. Yeah, I'm going to say that again. Planning. Tax planning is not for the rich and famous. Tax planning is for everybody. It can be as simple as saying, I am going to put $5,000 in my RRSPs this year, or I am going to start that business this year. It could be simply, oh, I am going to ensure that my children go to camp this year. It really doesn't matter what your plan is, but you need to have a plan for your taxes. I believe I've said it more than once here that your tax bill is the single largest bill that you pay the entirety of your life. You start paying it when you turn 18 and you don't stop until after you've passed on. That's how that works. As long as you live in Canada, those are the rules. So if you are not planning in advance for your taxes, i.e., this is March 2025. If you have not had a thought about your 2025 tax returns, you are already starting to miss the bus. Should I say that again? If you're not already thinking about and planning for your 2025 tax bill, you are starting to miss the bus. If you are just thinking about your 2024 tax bill, bro, that ship has sailed, it's long gone, and there's nothing we can do about it anymore. So, the number one reason, the number one error, the number one pitfall that I've seen taxpayers make is not planning for their taxes. So if you're thinking about it and you want to change that for 2025, you can hit me up at taxplanning.dexteritas.ca. We'll set up some time, have a good conversation about your situation, and look at opportunities that are available in your life to leverage and improve your tax situation. Now, there are just a few other things I'd like to mention just for you to be aware of. Now, one thing that you don't want to do is mix business and personal expenses, because that results in a situation where we are unable to get you the best bang for your buck. If we don't have a clear delineation of what costs are business and what costs are personal, then we are going to err on the side of caution. Hello, I'm an accountant. Being conservative is one of my attributes. So we don't want to do that. We want to have a clear delineation. Preferably, have a business bank account separate from your personal bank account. That way, we don't have things mixed up, and that way, you were able to tell what should go in your personal tax return and what should go into your business. Now, another thing is filing late, filing inaccurately, or not filing at all, right? I've more than one time I've been in a tax clinic and we are filing tax returns going back 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. I think we've done one for 12 years before. Now, it's always a harrowing, difficult exercise when you find yourself in that situation. So do not allow the tax returns to stack up. If you've missed one, go get the 2 years filed ASAP. The only way that you can connect the social benefits available as a Canadian resident is if you file your tax returns. If your tax returns are not filed, the government benefits stop coming. If you're a high income earner and your tax returns are not filed, you are preparing yourself for loads of interest and penalties whenever you eventually get to it, if the CRA do not get to you first. So to avoid that, what are the things that you need to do? Number one, have a plan for your taxes. Number two, make sure you are aware of what has an implication for your taxes in your life, and ensure you keep the documentation so they are aware for when it's time to file your taxes. Number three, if you have a job, or if you have more than one T4 employment, and you know that the income coming in is going to make you move tax brackets, it is in your interest to have a plan to pay up the additional taxes, because the tax on your first 50,000 is not the same as the tax on your second 50,000, which is not the same as a tax on your third 50,000. So just putting out there for us to be aware. Today is Friday, the 21st of March, 2025. We are filing taxes at Dexteritas Professional Corporation. The Financial Empowerment Initiative's tax clinic is also up and running. So if you're low income, modest income, I like to call it, i.e. $50,000 or less of family income, you're welcome to come in and have your taxes filed for free. If your family income is in excess of $50,000, you can come to Dexteritas. We'll file that for you at a nice fee. Thank you very much. It's Friday. And there's a lot to do today for me, but I'm excited as always to be able to come here and share my thoughts. So thank you very much, everyone, for listening. Enjoy the rest of the day and have an amazing weekend. Yes, by the way, to my friends in the Somali community, the FAI will be out at your offices on Saturday, the 22nd, from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. So come on, let's get out there and get those tax returns filed. To everyone else, my partners at Startup Court, have an amazing day, Emmanuel. Yeah, that's about it for me. Thanks and bye for now.